don't have to download any new app. Yes, recently we did see that entire controversy on whether IRCTC would be monetizing data or not. The fact is, just via WhatsApp, and if you're traveling by train, this service is something you may be able to avail of if it's available on that train. It's being powered by Haptic, which is owned by Geo Platforms, and in fact, the co-founder and CEO Akrit Vesh is with us on this edition of Startup Central to talk more about this. Akrit, great to talk to you. Thanks so much for being a part of Startup Central. Tell us more about it. First of all, as a consumer, as someone who does travel by train, thank you for the fact that we don't have to download another app.
Yeah, honestly, that's our larger thesis with what Haptic is doing, particularly on a platform like WhatsApp. The first ever investor presentation I had made, I think 9 or 10 years back, actually had this, one slide that talked about how with, conversational interfaces and apps like WhatsApp, maybe in a few years, you will not need to go to another website or download another app. So, in the last few years, we are seeing some of this vision really get realized and super excited about it. It's going great. I think the use case is super fascinating. It's as simple as you message a WhatsApp number, just like I would perhaps message you or any other friend. And I say that, hey, look, I'm looking to order some food in the train that I'm traveling on. The WhatsApp chatbot asks you a few questions that, okay, what's your PNR? Where are you traveling from? Which station do you actually need the food to be delivered? You then go ahead and we give you a few selection of restaurants. Select what restaurant you want. There's a really nice catalog feature now in WhatsApp where you can actually go in and select what items you want to add from the menu. Add those items, make a payment either through any one of the regular payment gateways, or you can also do cash on delivery. Get some yummy hot food and on your seat and carry on with life. So that's really as simple as it is.
Okay, and that this is going to be when a passenger boards the train. I would imagine it's quite difficult to time it so well. When a train stops at a station and it makes all of those stops.
So in most cases, the service provider and that we work with, the idea is that you try to do it a day in advance, all right, so that there's enough sort of notice and planning that goes in. I think there is some work now that's being done to try and make it a little bit more real time. But the idea is that, just one day in advance, you broadly know where you're traveling to, the route and so on. So you place the order, and then when you stop at that station, the food gets delivered.
Can I call you the Zomato for trains? Is that what it is?
No, we are the software provider. There is Zomato itself, the app. Here, our partners are Zoop, which basically is the front end to kind of providing the experience. Haptic has always been a software platform company. So we are the, pun intended, engine behind the train.
Yes, you're the engine behind the train, the technology provider, software as a service company, SaaS as it's called. But tell me, it's such an innovative concept. But tell me something, and that is, how will it work? You've told me WhatsApp, conversational, chat with the bot, what food, get it hot. I get all that. But will there not have to be a menu? Won't you have to know what restaurants are nearby? Will there be a selection that a passenger will have to choose from for each city?
Yeah. Look, all great questions. And, a couple of years back, even I used to think about the same things when we were thinking about, use cases like this. But so let me unpack it, right? So firstly, now WhatsApp as a platform has what they call WhatsApp Business and or business messaging. As part of business messaging, now WhatsApp also has catalogs within it. So what that means is that you actually upload your entire catalog as an e-commerce provider. The e-commerce provider could be like a store, could be a restaurant, and so on. So essentially, when you're actually chatting with this chatbot, you can say that, look, now I want to select what items to order. And it basically opens up a really nice little menu within WhatsApp itself. That's basically the catalog. So you can actually select items. You can say, look, I want this, I want that. And then it has a cart feature as well. So then you basically say, add these to the cart. So think of it like, we call this conversational commerce, where the whole idea is that within these messaging apps like WhatsApp, there is now a commerce layer that has been integrated that makes all these things come together really well. For again, the primary reason of not having to download another app or visit another website, right? WhatsApp is a de facto medium where all of us use to communicate and do so many things. So why couldn't you start also doing transactions and interacting with businesses? So, I know it sounds trivial, but there's a lot of engineering and machinery and product development gone behind the scenes to actually enable a flow like this.
Get this clear. It's going to be primarily for what is listed as a business on WhatsApp. So is it only going to be for food? Like, what if I'm traveling and I figure out I've forgotten something? Maybe it's a moisturizer. Maybe it's an item of clothing. Maybe, a gift I want to carry wherever I'm going. So if the criteria is that it must be a business listed on WhatsApp, it's not just food.
Yeah, I mean, look, it could be so many things. I think.
And if I've given you an idea there, and Akrit, if I've given you an idea there, please pay Nantara Ryan ET now some commission and royalty.
Cool. We'll review our agreement again. But I think no. So let me step back to your original question, right? So I think the idea is that there are hundreds and thousands of different use cases that you could enable within WhatsApp. I think the goal is to sort of take this to market one by one, and also work alongside various different partners who can enable these services. Now, to give an example of what you just mentioned, hey, listen, I've forgotten something. Now I need somebody to go and run and get that back. That requires to work with like a runner service of some type or a concierge service or something like that to be able to fulfill that demand. So essentially, right, we really think that WhatsApp has the potential to be, the super app that has not existed sort of in India so far, where tons and tons of these various services could be enabled. Travel is just one vertical, but this could be, everything from travel to hospitality to shopping and commerce and so on. And gradually, as each and every business and brand comes online, the world is your imagination, honestly, in terms of what you could build.
Okay, so that's how it's actually going to figure it out. And it's on what, 250 trains now? How are you going to scale this up? Is this something that also you need to work for with the Ministry of Railways? Because the fact is, whoever's going to be delivering, Zoop is your partner, they're going to need the passes to get onto the trains to put it on the seats, right, without having a ticket.
Yeah. So look, I mean, all good points. So it's 250 stations today, which are serviced. Basically, the number of trains could be as many, doesn't matter, right? So the way the logistics network is built it's built around kind of the station network. Now, imagine the way it works is that just like ordering food from Swiggy or Zomato, where somebody comes home and delivers food to you, there'll be somebody who'll come at the respective station stop and basically be waiting outside, your particular seat and your particular compartment. And that's it. You go meet them at the door, you pick up food and get in. So theoretically, to answer your question, there's not really as such, work required to work with the railways or the ministry, because it's like any other food delivery service. You can enter railway stations without having a ticket. And, the runner goes over there and sort of works with them. Now, that said, of course, if you do start working a lot closely with the railways and try to scale this up as an official service and so on, you could, you could grow this a lot faster. But I think that's sort of step by step. I think for me, the metric I'm really excited about and observing closely is out of all the percentage of orders that get placed between a website, app, and WhatsApp, like what percentage go through WhatsApp itself. And I think the more and more that increases, that will give us a lot more confidence that, look, this service can be scaled up.
Okay, so as you can see, this is just the start of it, and Haptic and the co-founder Akrit have other plans as well to build on top of WhatsApp, social commerce as it's called. So here's wishing you and the entire team all the very best, and thanks for giving us those updates. And next time, Akrit, let's do this in person, and you have to show a demo to our viewers on how exactly this works.
Definitely. We'll do this in person and I'll come with 4 different demos and we'll try to build that idea that you mentioned as well and maybe show a demo of that and see if you like it.
Yeah, if don't forget the commission, the royalty part, right? There's no free lunch.
Yeah. Definitely.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much.